This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
I'm Jessica Valant. I'm a physical therapist, women's health expert, and Pilates teacher, and my goal is to help all women feel strong, safe, and secure in their bodies. In this podcast, I'll share expert advice, facts, amazing guests, stories, compassion, and hope to help you meet your body in all seasons of life. Hey, and thanks so much for being here today for Meet Your Body. We are doing something a little bit different. I'm going to try to start offering smaller and shorter podcast episodes during the week that are kind of a deep dive just into my thoughts, into connections, what I'm calling connections, because I have found that what I want sometimes is to just sit and say, hey, how are you feeling right now? Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling in the midst of all of this, in the midst of our learning and our living and our moving through life and midlife and injuries and perimenopause and hormone changes and friendship changes and just life and news and all of the things that we get into, which we should get into from a scientific standpoint, education, empowerment, all of the things we talk about here that are so important that we will keep doing. And then in the in-between is how are we feeling about that? Like, what are you feeling right now? Or what are you learning right now? Or what did you experience this week that maybe I can relate to a little bit of, oh my gosh, I experienced that too. And for me, it's always about connection. Like, how can I connect to someone? And sometimes it's through laughter, and sometimes it's through music, or what are you watching right now that's really interesting? And sometimes it's through tears, and sometimes it's through sharing our fears about things. So that's what these little episodes will be, these shorter episodes of just a way for you to know you're not alone in whatever you might be feeling or thinking or finding, or again, how can we share kind of the real life moments in between the big moments, because that's really what it is. That's what I realize many times, is that we have these big moments of changes, right? Like life season changes, of moves, of work projects, sending our kids off to college, sending them to elementary school. The big things happen. And then what happens most of the time are the little things in between. The moments all day, the waking up, the going to the gym, working out, taking phone calls, working on relationships, taking care of loved ones, the school pickups, the emails, all of those things are what make up our life. And really, those can be the most important parts. And I find that during that, the things I really remember during all those moments are the connections I feel with other people, or with a favorite song, or laughing at a funny meme, whatever it may be. It's the connections that really take me from one moment to the next. And so that's what these will be. Just shorter episodes that you can listen to anytime you need a little reminder of a connection. And so right now, I kind of thinking it too as like my inner thoughts, deep dive into Jessica's inner thoughts. But I'm realizing that it's because I want to hear your inner thoughts too. Like I want that, that deep connection. And so maybe by sharing my own, you can just realize that we are all connected. And so right now, my thoughts revolve around the holidays coming up, because it's November 20th right now. And if you want to know my deep inner thoughts about it, I see so many people who just cannot wait for the holidays to come. All the things around it, the big family traditions, all the decorations. I mean, they spend a month decorating. They have the perfectly decorated, most beautiful house, special dishes for the holidays. I mean, gorgeous things that I just think, I want that. I should have that. But the thing is, there is another part of me that feels very anxious when the holidays come around. That's my inner thought coming out and telling you right now. I can get really anxious. And it's not for any reason, I think, other than the planning of it all and wanting to make it quote unquote perfect for my kids, for the people around me, like wanting to get all the right gifts, have everything done on time, all the deadlines, make it memorable, and feeling very overwhelmed by it all. And it starts for me when the Black Friday sales start getting advertised. I can feel it. Like I can feel my anxiety levels start to increase a little bit, that, oh, I should be buying that. I should be buying that. That's a gift someone wants, so I need to get it at this time, so I get it on this discount. I get very personally wrapped up in all of that. And then again, all the emails of, okay, come to these Christmas lights and we got to get our Christmas tree by this time. And I have tried a multitude of ways over the years to kind of navigate my way through this. Because to be honest, I love the holidays. My birthday falls in December and I always loved that. I mean, Christmas was always my favorite time of year. Always. So it doesn't have anything to do with anything other than, I think, I don't know. I can't even tell you. Something about my need to make it that way, maybe for other people around me, to fall into what everybody else is doing. This idea that, do I have enough time to get it all done? And then adding to the long to-do list I already have of all the end of semester things for school and for the kids, and all the end of semester parties, and then a lot of huge work projects that always come up for me at the end of the year. I just feel like it's all swirling, and I don't quite know how to manage all of that. And I can say I do from an organizational standpoint. I mean, I am honestly, organization is one of my superpowers. I can make all the checklists and all the highlighted things, and I have a list of what we're getting who and when it needs to be ordered by. I have the Thanksgiving menu planned out. I know when I need to get the stuff. So it's really not a matter of that. I can get it done. I'm pretty good at organizing in that way. I think it's the pressure of the timing of it all, of knowing, like, once that Black Friday email comes, I only have a certain amount of time to get everything in and everything done before New Year hits and we're off to the races again. And so I don't have any answers. This connection piece is me just sitting here kind of saying, hey, do you feel this too? Am I alone in feeling this? And just wanting to say, if you're in this stage too, I feel you. I understand. I definitely am working on finding ways to just enjoy the moment and the season, because I do truly love it. Like, I love seeing it through my kids' eyes. I love all of the traditions around it. And so I'm kind of like, yesterday, I took a moment. I had 5 minutes, and I'm telling you guys, sometimes when you need to nourish your nervous system, 5 minutes is all you need. But I had 5 minutes before the kids got home from school that I needed to finish up some work, actually. But instead of sitting in front of my computer, I went to a chair we have near a window. I took my laptop, I took my coffee, and I took a candle. It's just a Christmas candle. And I took it with me. Actually, it's a Thanksgiving candle. I took it with me and I lit it. And that alone, like for 5 minutes, that alone, I thought, you know what? This is the season to me. Like, so some of it is me realizing, what is it to me? Not necessarily what is it to everyone else, because that might be some of the pressure. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, that might be some of the pressure I feel, Like, we're never going to have that perfect, amazingly lit up house with lights. I always do lights because I adore them. But I've realized after all of these years, they never look perfect. I can't get them in a straight line. Some of the bulbs go out. I do it all myself. And that's going to be okay. We don't have all the matching Christmas trees in all the different rooms. We have one that we go down and cut down on our own as a family. We get a permit. We go into the mountains. We cut down a Christmas tree. We bring it home. Last year was our first year doing that. And we came home 3 nights later from being out to dinner, and the entire tree had crashed onto the floor because it was too top heavy because we cut it down ourselves and we didn't take off enough. And that's going to be okay too. We're going to do it again this year, and maybe it won't be quite so top heavy, but it won't be that perfect looking tree with all the baubles and all the things. It's homemade ornaments, and it's our favorite Christmas playlist from a couple years ago. And it's cookies that sometimes turn out and are really good, and sometimes I burn in the oven and we throw away and have to remake, because that happened last year also. And that's maybe that is what I need to lean into, is the laughter of it all and the messiness of it all, and not needing the house that looks perfect or the lights that look perfect, and not needing to go out and buy all the right things, and just knowing that playing in the snow, throwing a snowball, buying store-bought cookies if that's what needs to be done, because I do not have time before all the school parties to make the homemade cookies. Like, giving myself some grace around that. Using birthday paper, wrapping paper if we run out of Christmas paper on Christmas Eve, like, that's okay. I'm gonna say that that's okay if that needs to be done. Knowing that we don't all have easy relationships during the holidays. We don't all share a table with people who see us for who we are, or know us necessarily for who we are. And that's going to be okay too. It's okay if some of it takes work instead of feeling easy. But maybe in the midst of all of that work and needing to sometimes just do what needs to be done, maybe at the end of the day we can find a candle and light it and sit in the quiet and look outside. And maybe we can feel a moment of stillness or a moment of connection, and know that it doesn't need to look like anyone else's. It doesn't need to feel like something you picture in your mind. It can just be. It can just be what it is. And I think that's the feeling I'm going to go with this holiday season, is laughing at the mess of it all and eating the cookie dough, knowing that maybe the cookies aren't going to come out exactly the way they should, and lighting the candle and knowing that we are connected and we aren't alone, even if it doesn't feel exactly how we think other people's do, even if the holiday season feels not exactly how we think it should. We can find moments, created moments that we have, sometimes maybe we create for ourselves. And that's where the real connection is. Find the candle, light it, snuggle up with someone you love, a child, a partner, a parent, your dog, your cat, and just sit in the moment. I think that's what I'm going to focus on. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for listening today. I would love it if you could take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. It means a lot to us and it helps our content get out to more women who need it. You can find more of my resources at my website, jessicavalant.com, or find me on YouTube at Jessica Valant and Instagram at Jessica S. Valant.